So, I'm just sitting here eating a slice of humble pie and have to say that humble pie moments are humbling indeed. I removed the video about Kris saying that he must make sure we don't think because in context, he wasn't teaching that. All of the other info was accurate though, but that part was not, so I cannot leave that video up. With most videos, I watch the original version and listen to everything in context, but with this one, I just listened to Stephen Kozar's video because there was no original link provided. And by the way it was presented, I agreed that Kris was saying that he needs to make sure we don't think. I'm sure Stephen misunderstood this just like I did, and I thank a few of the people watching Revealing Truth for their comments pointing this out because we are not here to falsely call out people. The word Kris used was if I were the shepherd of one of those churches, and then it leads to what they would have to do, and that is teach you what to think, not how to think. These false teachers have enough obvious false teachings, and we don't want to ever misrepresent them to be worse than they already are. So I want to apologize to all of you for this mistake. And thanks to Ulster 1690 for providing the original church where I searched and found the original link to this. After watching the original video, it is full of a lot of the usual word salad, and I will leave a full link below. But the one thing that was most troubling is him saying that we co-create with God.
How many know you live on earth and in heaven? You are currently here in Bath, and you are currently seated in heavenly places. When you became a new creation, the word new there means, there's two words for the Greek word new. One means like you got a new car, and the other word means prototype, never before created. This is the word prototype. It means a creature that never graced the planet before. When you received Jesus Christ, you actually became a different species of creature. That's why Peter said that you are strangers and aliens. You are the first creature, at least that we know of, that lives on earth and in heaven. The question is, do you live from earth to heaven or from heaven to earth? See, if you live from earth to heaven, how many know your prayers are always reactionary? You're always praying about what already happened. But if you live from heaven to earth, do you remember when John the Apostle, when Jesus said to John the Apostle, come up here, it's Revelation 4, come up here and I will show you what must take place after these things? You go, do you believe in the rapture? Well, I believe you were raptured once already because you already came up here. How many understand that your heavenly seat, come up here and I'll show you what must take place after these things? How many understand your heavenly seat gives you eternal perspectives? Now, you're praying not from earth to heaven, but from heaven to earth, and your prayers become prophecies and your words become worlds. Now, you're not reacting to what happened, but you are actually dictating. You are actually co-creating with God. You are actually co-creating with God.
So that can't be taken out of context, and notice that even Kris cringes after he says that, but he goes on to say,
you are actually co-creating with God. Winston Churchill said, history will be kind to me, for I intend to write it. How many understand that you are actually making history his story? Before you knew Jesus, you weren't seated in heavenly places. But now that you've met Jesus, you're seated in heavenly places with Christ, and your heavenly seat gives you eternal perspectives so that you can see things long before they take place.
So he said that we are co-creating with God, and that supports his little God's theory, I guess. And now he says that because we are seated in heaven, we can see things long before they take place. Well, that's obviously nonsense, but I guess this helps support their false teaching that we can all prophesy as well. As I said, I'll leave the full link below, but these are obviously false teachings and reasons that he is someone to be avoided. But we never want to slander people because slander is saying that someone said or did something they did not. And this is exactly what they did to Jesus in Mark 14:57. So, with that being said, my apologies for that one error, and I hope that Stephen Kosar also takes this into consideration. But as always, leave your thoughts and comments below, and until next time, take care and God bless.